We can make life as difficult as we want, or as blissful, simple, inspiring, challenging, beautiful as we want. It is not the outside that determines that. I know that's very, very hard for people to believe and understand because of all the things that are going on outside. But those are outside. You live inside. Period. You're in here, not out there. How do we know that? Science taught us that. What do you mean? You're not looking outside. The outside is coming into you. We've been through that numerous times. You're not looking out there. Light is bouncing off of out there and coming in through your light-sensitive cells and passing up your optic nerves and stimulating the brain and then rendering the view like it renders on your flat-screen TV, rendering what's coming in from outside inside. When you're watching a ball game on TV in San Francisco and you're here, you're not in San Francisco. You're not really watching the ball game. I'm sorry, you didn't watch the Super Bowl. A camera picked it up where it was playing out there and sent it in from Arizona, I think they played, and sent it in and up to the satellites. Not you, not your eyeballs, not any part of you at all. Just light signals, electronic signals and digital nowadays got sent up there and then bounced back and got sent through all the wires and all the satellites and everything and then ended up on your flat screen TV, which has this ability to decode those digital signals and make them look like what was going on out there. That's what's happening inside of you. You don't know that. You say you do, but you don't know that. You honestly think you're looking at me. You're not looking at me. Light is bouncing off of the atoms and molecules that make up my body, but they're not bouncing off of the air that is on both sides of my body. So the part that bounces off gets picked up by your eyes. The part that doesn't bounce off doesn't get picked up by your eyes because it doesn't bounce off. And then your mind paints the picture, just like your flat screen TV. And who sees that? Does the picture see itself? I'll turn your TV on and have it watch itself. No. Consciousness is looking at what's rendered in your mind. So the point is, are you conscious? Are you aware of what you're looking at? Are you aware if you touch your hand? Are you aware that you feel it? Who is aware? That's the beginning and end of all spirituality. There's nothing complicated about that. Are you aware out here on your toe? No, you're aware of your toe. From where? In here. You're always in here. You have never come out, ever. No one has ever come out. You live in here. So basically, like I told you, yes, there's lots of things that go on in the outside world. You don't need to tell me about it. I'm well aware of it. You could tell me your story. I'm sure there are lots of things. Listen to me. I am positive that there are lots of things that happen in your life that are terrible. They're not fair. They're not just. It shouldn't have happened to you. It shouldn't happen to anybody. Everybody has a story. There's almost 9 billion of us now, 8.5, 9 billion of us on the planet alive today. Every one of them have a story, just like yours. Not exactly like yours, but it's a story. The story of what? The events that unfolded in front of them every moment of their life. That's their story. Yours is different. Why? There's different events unfolding in front of you. That's all that's happening. Events are unfolding on the planet Earth. There are events unfolding every single place in the universe at every moment, aren't there? And always have been for 13.8 billion years. On the planet, 4.8 billion years. There's been something going on every single spot on the planet. Have you seen it all? You don't even see it all now. Forget 4.5 billion years. It's a happening place. There were dinosaurs. There are volcanoes. There are hurricanes and tornadoes. There are bad people and good people. There are animals that bite and animals that purr. Yes or no? There's everything. That's what's meant by the yin and the yang. There's just everything. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't make it, all right? But you didn't either. It's the way it is. And it's kind of neat. Go to Mars and see how long before you get bored. Go to any planet. Go to anything we've seen with the James Webb or the Hubble and show me anything going on other than galaxies colliding with each other and burning stars, right? That's what's going on out there. And then here, there's birds and snakes and people and things and words and brains and rocket ships and computers that fit in your pocket. Has anyone noticed? It's a happening place. So things go on everywhere, every moment. You don't see them. You don't experience them. You only experience what's in front of you. How big is that compared to everything? Why won't you think like this? Because I'm teaching you how to make life beautiful. Because you make it terrible. It is neither beautiful nor terrible. It just is. There's a Zen saying, the flowers are red, the water's blue, the grass is green. Go home, grasshopper. You've received the teachings. Those are the teachings. No, excuse me, Master Sinjay. Why are the flowers red? Why is not the water red? Go home. And don't come back. So you understand that flowers are red, water's blue, and grass is green. There's no why. It is. You can study why. Science will show you why. It is because of all the factors and causes that happened throughout time and space that made it be that way. Go study them if you want. Or just appreciate the red flower, appreciate the blue water, appreciate the green grass. It's up to you. The point is, it is the way it is because of all the things that made it be that way. What does science study? What does meteorology study? You sit there and say, why did it have to rain on my birthday? They don't see that. There's nothing in the meteorology book that talks about your birthday. They sit there and look at low pressures and high pressures and wind currents and temperature of the ocean. They look at a lot of really interesting things. And they do a pretty good job of predicting the weather. Not perfect, but a pretty good job. It has nothing to do with your birthday. It has nothing to do with your day off. It has nothing to do with the fact that you wanted to go camping, does it? I'm trying to show you why you make life hell. You do. You suffer. You suffer because it rained when you wanted to go camping. You did that. The rain did not do that. Things just are what they are because of all the forces that made them be the way they are. Do you understand that? Now, you said yes. Do you like that? No, I don't like it. That's the problem. You are out of harmony with reality. Reality is, it's unfolding. There it is. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it just? Is it fair? It just is. So then what went wrong? What happens? Your consciousness, which for right now, but it won't be when we're done, is locked inside of your mind, your heart, your body, and what comes in through your senses. Therefore, you only experience what is in front of you. That's what you've experienced. It could be a book, that's in front of you. It could be a movie, that's in front of you. It could be a person, that's in front of you. Whatever's in front of you is all you've ever experienced. Do you understand how small that is in relationship to what is? That you've only experienced the minuscule moment that's in front of you and missed every single other moment that's everywhere. I like statistics when I went to school. And they had this term. It was called statistically insignificant. You ever heard it? Right? That's what's in front of you. And that's what always has been in front of you. That which is it doesn't even deserve to be called statistically insignificant. It's nothing compared to what is. So what you've experienced is nothing. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm trying to tell the truth. What you have experienced throughout your entire life is nothing compared to what is. It's not even 0.0000000 raised to the minus billion, is it? And you think you know something. And you think you're important. Can I talk about that? Do you think you're important? Okay, so you are one of 8.5 billion people sitting on the planet Earth. They're the same as you. They're breathing, living, have thoughts. Okay? They just had different experiences. Therefore, they have different thoughts than you. Can anybody buy that? Not right, not wrong. Reality. Because they had different experiences, they have different thoughts. Because your thoughts are made up of your experiences. All right, so now we can accept that there's 8.5 billion of you, and you're one of 8.5 billion. That's not a very big fraction. And what does that mean to be one of 8.5 billion? How much space do you take up at any given moment on the planet Earth? What percentage of the planet Earth is your space taking up? That's so small, it's ridiculous. I told you I can't help myself. I'm addicted Take that small amount of space that you're taking up every moment, which is like nothing, and understand that 1.3 billion planet Earths fit inside the sun. Listen to me. Now you take your little space on this ball of dirt, and then say 1.3 billion of those balls of dirt fit inside the sun. How big you feel nowadays? I'm telling you, there are no problems. You are making the problems. This is reality. You're standing on a planet of which 1.3 billion fit inside one star, of which there are 300 billion stars in your galaxy. How important are you? I haven't finished. I know you won't do it with me. I do it all the time. Your galaxy, which is 300 billion stars, of which your sun is one, and your Earth 1.3 billion fit inside that, your galaxy is one of 2 trillion galaxies. What are you doing? There. Now you can go home. No, I'm serious. I'm asking, what are you doing? What are you doing? And why are you doing it? You're sitting on a little planet, spinning through space, having experiences. And you won't be here very long. Who's going to take that? Earth's been here for 4.5 billion. How long are you going to be here? How many billion? How many millions? How many thousands? How many hundreds? No, 80, 90. It's kind of what's going on around here. Right? And you can't handle it. You can't handle that experience that I just spent this time painting for you. That's why you're not okay. You're not okay because of what happened. Things happen everywhere. But you're not okay because you couldn't handle what happened. Why? Here's your question. Most of these things that happen in front of you that you couldn't handle didn't last very long. They weren't a major percentage of every breath you've taken in your life. You know, something happened. Things happen. I told you, I gave that to you. I'm not taking it away from you. Yes, terrible things happen. Things that come in. What does that mean? Terrible things happen. Things you don't want to happen. What if you're married to somebody and you're a Catholic, can't get divorced, and he's the biggest schnook that ever walked the face of the earth? Boy, did I pick wrong. And it's terrible, it's terrible. And you come home one day, and there's a note. Dear Sally, he used to teach her John. Dear Sally, I'm leaving. I've had enough of this. How you doing? Happy as a lark. I can't believe it. You say, God's grace. I didn't have to get divorced. He left. Right, wrong. Right? What if you didn't have any ideas that it was going on, and all of a sudden somebody leaves? Ah! Who decided? You did. You decide. Life is unfolding in front of you. Not a lot of life, just a little piece. Either you like it, you don't like it, or it just passes through. What percentage, I'm going to play with you, what percentage of your life, I'm talking, come on, your whole life, the moments unfolding in front of you, baby, all the way up to where you are now, there are moments unfolding in front of you. What percentage of the ones that unfold in front of you go right through, have always just gone right through? 99.9. The trees, the cars, the people you don't know, the grass, the clouds. Somebody yelled at you, you're freaking out. There was a lot of other things going on in your frame of reference. You know, there was a building, there was a car, there was a floor, there was furniture. They went right through, didn't they? Please listen to me. I'm teaching you how to be free. This is not some science stupid talk. This is reality. Why did those go through? And the thing that bothered you, which is still bothering you 20 years later, why did they go through and that one thing didn't? Because you stopped it. They're all just passing through. Right? When you watch your flat screen TV, I hope that it keeps passing through. You know, there's something that gets stuck there while you're trying to watch something else. Listen to me. How would you like to watch TV that the show you just were watching, the newscaster, and now you're watching a movie and he's still there? That'd be terrible. That's what you've done. It's all coming in. Did it stay? No, it passed. Did it stay inside of you? Not everything didn't. 99.9% went right through. But the pixels that made up what you didn't like, they didn't go through. And they're still there. How did that happen? You did it. Now where I started. Life can be beautiful or life can be terrible. Who decides? You. You did it. You said no. No, I'm in here, and that ain't coming in here. No way on my watch that happened. It did happen, or it wouldn't be in there. I want to make this distinction between out there and in here. So out there it happened. Your senses picked it up. If they didn't, there's not a problem with it. If you happen to be looking to the left and you didn't see what happened, you didn't see a snake, you don't have a problem with snakes. Right? But, and so you stopped it from passing through. I'm going slow. I don't usually go slow. Do you understand how important this is? This is teaching you how to be free. This is teaching you why every problem you have in your entire life is still there. You did it. It doesn't stop by itself. It passes right through. The person standing next to you didn't have a problem with it, with your husband leaving you. I understand the problem. I'm not bothered by it. You, when it comes in, you can't stop the event from having happened. No one has ever stopped an event that actually happened from not having happened. Have they? This is acceptance. What? You have no choice. Well, you have a choice. You have to accept that it happened, but you don't want to accept that it's inside. So once it comes inside, and you're inside, we talked about that, your consciousness is inside, it comes in, no, that doesn't feel good. Ever had anything come inside that doesn't feel good? Have anybody ever had anything come inside that doesn't feel good when it comes inside? Well, that means it goes, it gets like all weird, and the inside gets all shook up and weird and freaky. Yes or no? Oh, we all know about that, don't we? All right. So there it is. Something happened. It came in, and it didn't feel good when it came in. What did you do about it? Sorry, I just have to lay the groundwork. If you want to be free, you have to understand why you're not free. It's not enough to say, I want to be free. You have to understand why you're not free and get rid of why you're not free. Then you'll be free. You can't have reasons that you're not free and then decide to be free without getting rid of the reasons. That's what the Buddhists mean by work at the root. There's a reason you're not free. Let's work with that reason. Then we'll be free. So it came in, it was freaky, and you did what? Well, it turns out that you in there are not passive. You have power in there. You have this power called willpower. You can do things in there. You can push things away. You can hold on to things, can't you? So this power of will, which I discuss in great detail in the new book, Living Untethered, where it comes from and what it is. My God, it's running your whole life. How do you not know these things? When in school did they teach you about willpower? When in school did they teach that you're in there? Unless you took transpersonal psychology or something, nobody talks about your being in there. They just try to shove thoughts in there. Think this way, think this way, think this way. You're wrong. Don't think that way. You're wrong. Okay? I'm in here. I have power. If I experience something, and it is not comfortable to me, I push it away. Just like if something outside, somebody throws a ball at you, you defend yourself, you protect yourself, you push it away. You do that inside, don't you? All the time, by the way. Not just with the really big things. You do it with lots of little things all day. We'll talk about that. All right, so you push it away. I asked it a million times. I ask you when I get to this point, where do you think it goes? Where do you think it goes if you push it away? You think it just disappears? Oh, it's gone. Well, how come it keeps coming back? How come your dreams have it in it? It does come back, doesn't it? So it reminds you of it. Somebody says something. You see something that reminds you of it. You see the restaurant that you used to eat at with your ex-boyfriend that you loved so much and he left you. And I don't want to drive down that road anymore. So in other words, it's still in there. Come on, you're smart people. I'm just asking you to use your wisdom, your intelligence to free yourself. You do want to be free, don't you? You do want to feel love and inspiration and joy every moment of your life, don't you? How can you if you're doing this? So if you store every single thing that ever bothered you inside of you, and you do, you're going to be bothered. Are you bothered? Relative, you say, I'm doing okay today. No, I'll be okay if he says yes. If she says yes. No, that's not what it means to be okay. That's what it means to be not okay, but you need something to help you do better. But the starting position, I'm not okay. I'm scared, I got hurt, I got problems, etc., etc., etc. I stored this stuff inside of me. Do you understand? If you store everything that ever bothered you inside of you, you're going to be bothered. And then what's going to happen is you're going to think, how do I feel better? I'm bothered, how do I feel better? I need to find somebody else. I need to go on a vacation. I need to do this. I need to eat something. I need to do some drug. I need to have a drink. When I get home, just another little take the edge off. There's no edges in there, all right? But you hear what I'm saying. That's what it means to not be okay. You try to do something to make you be okay. I want to talk about how to be okay. I don't talk about all the crazy things you do to compensate for the fact that you're not okay. I just showed you why you're not okay. You're not okay because you stored everything that ever bothered you inside of you. How do you expect it to be? I always use these simple examples because no one will realize that these parts of your life that seem so minor and insignificant are significant. Who has ever had a problem with the driver in front of them? Who has ever talked to the driver in front of them? What is that? Of what use is that? Of what benefit is that? What good does that do? You have decided to bother yourself about the driver in front of you. Therefore, when you get to work, you'll be bothered. You tell people about it. Oh, man, it was ridiculous. Drive to work was crazy. The driver was so slow. He uses his blinker. What did you just do? You had a moment in front of you on the planet Earth that you couldn't handle. That's a big moment, isn't it? He uses blinkers. You're supposed to be in the right lane. You're bothering yourself all the time. If you want to be free, this is how you learn to be free. Not to go somewhere to change this or do that. You have to stop bothering yourself. If you stop bothering yourself, you won't be as bothered.